Hey everyone, Grey Anime here, and I'm back with What if the Uchiha adopted Naruto. If you enjoyed the vid, please make sure to like and subscribe. And with that being said, let's get right into it. Sakura would spend the whole night taking care of an unconscious Naruto and Sasuke, but once dawn came, the Sound Genin would waste no time ambushing her. But luckily for her, Rock Lee would step in and save her from certain death. Though Lee did manage to push back the Sound Genin briefly, when Dosu began to use his sound abilities, Lee would be rendered completely incapacitated, leaving Sakura once again to fend for herself. She would make use of the substitution jutsu to catch the Sound Genin briefly off guard, but they would begin to overwhelm her. As she began to get brutally beaten by Zaku, Ino, who was watching from afar with her team, would feel compelled to step in. Ino and the rest of Team 10 would try to help Sakura, but the Sound Genin were far too powerful and their abilities were far too unorthodox for them to handle. Before all the Leaf Genin present could get slaughtered, Neji and Tenten would arrive, but they didn't need to do anything cause Sasuke had finally woken up and, fueled by the power of the curse mark, would completely annihilate the Sound Genin, breaking Zaku's arm. Before this rage-filled Sasuke could go further on a rampage, Sakura would hug him to calm him down, but Dosu, having the fear of God put in him, would escape with his team but leave his scroll behind, admitting defeat. Shikamaru and Choji would wake up Naruto, and after some brief chit-chat between the teams, they would once again disperse. But Team 7 was in a bit of a pickle. The scroll they got from Dosu was not the scroll they needed, so they would spend the next couple of hours recuperating and thinking up a strategy on how they would get the next scroll. While Team 7 was still licking their wounds and catching some fish, Kabuto would appear and offer his aid, though Team 7 was initially skeptical. Being in such a bad situation, they had no choice but to trust Kabuto, and it was to their benefit because he did manage to help them receive another scroll by ambushing Rain Village Genin. Once Team 7 had the scroll that they needed, they would immediately rush to the tower in the middle of the Forest of Death in the nick of time. Team 7 would manage to pass the second part of the exam. All the remaining Genin would gather in the preliminary examination hall. The third Hokage would state the proceedings for the chunin exams going forward. Hayate, the chief proctor for this exam, would lay down the rules and begin the preliminary exams, but Kabuto would forfeit before it started. Sakura would try to get Sasuke to forfeit, but he would shut her up. With Kabuto gone, the order of the fight would be changed slightly. The first fight would be Sasuke versus Yoroi. As Sasuke got ready for the fight, Kakashi would inform him that if he used any of his chakra, it would activate the curse mark, and if he activated the curse mark, he would immediately be disqualified. This meant Sasuke couldn't use any chakra. The fight would begin. Sasuke would immediately throw shuriken at Yoroi, which he would easily dodge. Yoroi would get in close and begin to absorb Sasuke's chakra. Sasuke would manage to break out of his hold. But with Yoroi's ability to absorb chakra and Sasuke's inability to use his own chakra, he needed to finish this quickly. As Yoroi lunged in to grab Sasuke, Sasuke would use a similar kick to the one Lee used on him and launch Yoroi into the air. Once Yoroi was in the air, Sasuke would unleash a Lion's Barrage and completely take down Yoroi. Sasuke would be made the winner of the match, but Kakashi would take Sasuke away to get his curse mark sealed. The next fight would be Naruto versus Ino. Naruto and Ino would go down to the arena. Damn it, I just had to get Ino. If I kick her ass, she'll never like me. Damn it, I just had to get Naruto. If he kicks my ass, I'll never forgive him. The battle would begin. Naruto would slowly walk towards Ino. Ino, listen, I really don't want to hurt you. Please, just forfeit. Forfeit? You don't want to hurt me? You think so little of me, Naruto? Okay, I'll show you what I can do. Ino would throw shuriken at Naruto, which he would easily dodge. As Naruto kept slowly walking towards her, Ino, knowing that she would be destroyed in hand-to-hand combat against Naruto, would make the famous seal for her clan's mind swap jutsu. All the jonin present would visibly be concerned. Asuma would scream at Ino not to do it, but it was too late. Ino would find herself in a tranquil field by a lake. Never knew Naruto's mind was so peaceful. It's not. Ino would turn around and be face to face with the Nine Tails. Before it could attack her, she would immediately release the jutsu. Once she escaped Naruto's mind, she would immediately forfeit. Naruto would win his match, but it would be bittersweet once he saw the terrified look on Ino's face. Damn it, she probably thinks I'm a demon now. This damn QB. The next match would be Temari versus Choji. As they entered the arena, Temari would comment on Choji's weight, pissing him off. Once the match started, he would use partial expansion jutsu to take on the appearance of a giant ball shape. He would roll towards Temari, but she would easily dodge and he would get stuck in a wall. Temari would try to hit him with her fan, but it will only bounce off of him. She would then open her fan and begin to use powerful wind jutsu on Choji, viciously slicing his skin, forcing him to resign. The next match would be Dosu versus Kiba. As the fight began, Kiba would use Man-Beast transformation with Akamaru, but the minute they got close, it was over. Dosu's sound attack would severely incapacitate Akamaru, and Kiba was no better off, completely disoriented. It was clear Kiba couldn't continue, and Dosu would win. The next match would be Kankuro versus Misumi. As Kankuro removed the puppet from his back, Misumi would immediately wrap himself around Kankuro. Misumi would try to threaten Kankuro by telling him he would break his neck if he didn't resign, but Kankuro seemed to not care, and Misumi would make good on his threats and snap Kankuro's neck. But it wasn't Kankuro, it was actually his puppet. The puppet crow would begin to wrap himself around Misumi. Now that the shoe was on the other foot, Kankuro threatened to snap all the bones in Misumi's body except his neck, prompting Misumi to resign, and Kankuro would win. The next match would be Kin versus Tenten. Kin would try to use her sound needles jutsu, but Tenten would use an onslaught of ninja tools to badly hurt Kin, leaving her too injured to keep fighting. The next match would be Shino versus Zaku. The fight would start with Zaku hitting Shino with a burst of sound, which wouldn't damage Shino all that much, but as Zaku tried another attack, his arms would be blown off, ending the fight immediately. The next match would be Shikamaru versus Sakura. Shikamaru would not take the match all that seriously, which would anger Sakura. Though she tried her best to fend off his shadow paralysis jutsu, it proved futile, and Shikamaru would eventually catch her in it. He would use his environment as a weapon and simply just lean back and use a wall to knock out Sakura, winning his match. The next match would be Hinata versus Neji, and from the beginning it was clear that Neji was out for blood. Neji would use some verbal bullying as psychological warfare, but after hearing Naruto cheer her on, Hinata would have a newfound vigor. But this didn't matter much, as Neji would completely dismantle her in their battle. His gentle fist ability would completely outclass hers, and he would nearly kill her if not for multiple jonin stepping in. Hinata would quickly be taken to the medical bay. The final match would be between Gaara and Rock Lee. Once the match began, Gaara would just stand in the middle of the arena, barely even moving. Lee would immediately rush in with a barrage of taijutsu attacks, punches and kicks, and even using a kunai. But Gaara's sand would block everything automatically. Lee could not get a single attack through, and he would almost get crushed by the sand multiple times. Seeing this, Might Guy would allow Lee to remove his weights. And once Lee did remove his weights, it would be a completely different battle. Lee's speed would almost double, and he would finally manage to penetrate through Gaara's sand and finally hit Gaara. But for all the attacks he was landing, it still wasn't enough. Lee would be forced to use the fourth inner gate and begin to pummel Gaara into the ground. But Gaara would cushion himself with sand, and once Lee was tired, Gaara would use his sen to crush Lee's arm and leg, and once Gaara tried to finally kill Lee, Might Guy would step in, stopping him. The final match would be concluded and Gaara would be the winner. Lee would be rushed to the hospital in critical condition, and with that, the preliminary exams would be over. The third Hokage would announce that the final exam would take place in a month, and the participants would draw numbers to decide their opponent. Naruto would face Neji, Shikamaru would face Dosu, Tamaru would face Tenten, Sasuke would face Gaara, and Shino would face Kankuro. With the matches set, the participants would leave to begin their training. Naruto would immediately rush to the hospital to check on Sasuke, but he would be told that visiting hours were over. Before Naruto could protest and cause a ruckus, Kakashi would step in. Naruto, this is a hospital. Keep it down, please. Kakashi-sensei, is Sasuke okay? He's okay, but Naruto, you don't have to say it. I know you're gonna train Sasuke. I mean, you have to. That Gaara guy is a true monster. Yeah, it'll be the first time you won't see Sasuke for about a month. Are you okay with that, Naruto? It's not a matter of if I'm okay with it. If it means Sasuke won't die against Gaara, then it has to be done. Your opponent is a monster in his own right, Naruto. That Hyuga boy is stronger than you. I can't leave you to go after him. You'll get slaughtered. I got a specialist to help you. Ebusu would walk in. Good luck, Naruto. You're in good hands. Trust me. Naruto would nod as Kakashi walked away. Ebusu would tell Naruto all about the complex theories of chakra control. Even though Naruto couldn't fully grasp what Ebusu was trying to tell him, he would still have a general idea. Ebusu would take Naruto to the hot springs to work on water walking to better improve his chakra control. Naruto would barely get his ankles above the water, but the training was interrupted when Ebusu got knocked out by somebody who was perving on the woman's bath. Naruto would confront this man who just knocked out his tutor. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Knocking out my teacher. Hey, your teacher interrupted important research. Research? Wait. I've seen you before. Where have I seen? You're that bastard who mocked the Uchiha clan. Alright guys, that will do it for today's What If. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm sorry that this part is a bit short and it ended a bit too abruptly, but I've been suffering from a bit of strep throat, so I can't really continue for now, but I do hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.